Hello, and welcome to a quick update. Min 620 has been issued. Now, this is all about oral exams. If you are intending to sit an oral exam soon, had an exam booked, have an NOE issued, applying for your NOE, this is for you. How do you get your hands on this Min? It's hard to navigate the MCA website, so what I've done is I put it onto my website. So www.fredsoralprep.com. Then under Q&A, click Min 620 and it will load up. And if you click on the Min itself, it will allow you to open up on a new page and then you can have a good read. The key points. Crew who had an exam booked before COVID-19, so March 23rd, the MCA exam center that you had it booked with will contact you. So if you had an exam booked, you don't need to do anything at this point. They will email or phone you via your contact details and rearrange a time for an online exam. Then, crew that have an NOE issued but did not have an exam booked, you need to email dec@mcga.gov.uk and tell them that you have an NOE. You have to send them a scan of both sides and they will then come back to you and give you options of an exam date. These will be online. Then crew who have applied for an NOE since the 23rd of March, so you are currently waiting for an NOE to be issued, you will be able to sit an online exam, supposedly, but you need to wait till the MCA have issued your NOE, and then you can email dec@mcga.gov.uk. So that is the short version of the key points, the salient points from MIN 620. I'm going to now go into the Min and show you how each point is made and make sure it's very clear. Min 620 on the screen up there. Following the outbreak of COVID-19, the MCA suspended exams from the 23rd of March. The MCA is currently rebooking the oral exams that were cancelled and then prioritizing those who need their COC to start working. So if you had an exam booked, you are number one priority. This Min provides an overview of the process and priorities that will support this approach. Candidates must not contact Marine officers. So if you phone them up every day, email them, they are not going to be happy bunnies. The new process and prioritization requirements detailed in this Min will be continuously monitored. Basically, this is a work in progress, and there is a web page that has everything on. You can click on it in the Min, and it'll take you to it. We've all seen it. It's the one that said the exams were cancelled. And in about 2 weeks from the 5th of June, they are hoping to publish an update again. The MCA has now moved to conduct oral exams online through Microsoft Teams platform. Hopefully Microsoft Teams is better than Microsoft other products. Engineering exams are underway and that's confirmed. They have been running and it appears that they are going well. And DEC exams are expected to commence later. The first candidates to be offered an exam, you see where I am, bits in yellow, will be those candidates who had their oral exam cancelled. So they are going to be number one. The Marine officers will contact candidates individually to arrange a date for their online oral exams. Do not email. If you had an exam booked, they are going to contact you. On your NOE, you wrote on the back your email address and your contact details and a fax number. Priority were given to the Officer of the Watch and Engineering Officer of the Watch because it allows them to obtain their first COC and to start making money. However, every effort will be made to expedite applications for those who have been offered employment. So if you are waiting for a master's NOE, Then you're going to have to get a letter from a boat saying that you have been offered a role on the proviso of passing your oral exam, and it will lead directly to a COC being issued. The following priority list will be established once, so after the MCA have allowed candidates who had their oral exam cancelled a chance to rebook. Candidates who had an NOE issued prior to the postponement of an oral exam and only required to pass an oral exam will be issued with a COC. So, number one, if you had an exam booked, the Maritime Office or the Marine Office is going to contact you. If you had an NOE issued but no exam booked prior to the postponement of the oral exams, then you fall into this category that they have labelled 1, but it should be 2, but anyway, their first labelling here of 1, and you should email dec@mcga.gov.uk. Your details will then be passed on to a Marine Office. You will probably not have the choice of which Marine Office, who will contact you, the candidate, to arrange an online oral exam. So if you have an NOE, a real one, genuine piece of paper, embossed, then you need to email dec@mcga.gov.uk, and they will say, we're not giving out exams yet, but in about 2 weeks' time, they will then start to schedule it. So I would personally send that email as soon as possible. Following on from the priority that people that have a genuine issued piece of paper NOE will be given to those who had an NOE issued after the postponement of the oral exams. That is people or crew that have an NOE application being processed. So if you had applied, then the world stopped spinning, but you've not been given your NOE, this is you. Whether or not those people who have applied subsequently will be in that list, it doesn't say. So who have an NOE issued after the postponement of the oral exams and only require an oral exam to be issued. It doesn't say if you've applied 2 weeks ago, electronically or however, I'm not sure what will happen, but I'm sure they'll be working from when they've received it in the office. So probably hard copies first from my reading of that, and then any digital copies subsequently. Once the above priorities have been completed, the oral examination process will return to normal. See process 3.4. Booking new oral exams. Once we've allowed candidates with priorities who had an exam cancelled, have an NOE issued but no exam, have an NOE in the system but not issued yet, then they will allow standard NOE booking process to resume. You can apply for an NOE now. Candidates can currently apply for an NOE using an appropriate application form. So on my website, there's videos there. It shows you how to do it, how you fill it in. The only thing that will be different is that you are going to scan everything and send the required documentation to the email address listed on the form. TRBs, you are going to have to send the full physical book to the Seafarers Training Certification branch, address in the more information section. So everything that can be scanned is to be scanned. Your TRB, do not lose it, send it courier, recorded delivery. I would personally scan it, unbind it, however you've done it. I would duplicate it just in case it was lost, because that would be a difficult thing to replace. The MCA will not issue any new NOEs, however, until we've allowed those with the cancelled oral exams and those who have met criteria priority 1. They have an NOE in their hand but have not done an oral exam to have a fair go at their exam. Expediting an NOE or an oral exam. So many of you are going to be excited by this. If you have a job opportunity and you have completed all other requirements for the issue of your COC, then, so MIN is a information, this is not binding in any form. You may be able to expedite your application. You should ask your employer to email a request to them directly. So you need to get the employer to email them. So probably a letter from them, plus an email from them explaining why you are so important. At the time of publishing, I'm 24 hours since this Min came out. I wanted to read it, have a sleep on it, think about it. They have not gone live. More information is going to come later. That information that is going to come later, you are going to find most likely from this following web page. Today, when you click on it, nothing happens. It takes you to page not found. However, I'm sure in 2 weeks' time, there will be more information. You can go directly MCA UK and you can click on Working at Sea, Training and Certification, UK Seafarers Careers COVID-19 Guidance, and you can then click on the contents, Coronavirus COVID-19, and it takes you down the page. And this is where I would think that URL was meant to go to. I'm sure it will work at some point in the near future. Now, the exciting bit. We have a plan. We have something to work towards. How can you prepare to pass your online exam? First thing you can do is download my app on Apple. To do that, you go to my website and you click on Fred's Oral Prep video subscription. And from there, you can click on the link that will allow you to download straight into an iOS device, so an iPhone or an iPad. And you can then you can watch the free videos. That's very important. Always watch the freebies. And it will show you that it is, I think I've got Voyage and Introduction, and how that will help you prepare for your online exam. At the moment, due to COVID-19, I have managed to upgrade my subscription. So you pay for 1 month and I will give you a free month because we don't have exact timeframes. But hopefully, by giving you that extra month will allow you, especially if you had an NOE, you have an exam booked, to prepare for this online exam. What better way of preparing than watching videos so that you get used to talking to Fred on the other side. Also, to help you prepare, I have webinars. Now these are free, and to come along to the webinar, you go to my website and you click on free webinars and it will show you when the next one is. So the next one is tomorrow. If you want to do tomorrow, you have to register in advance. There is a plan that will allow you to know what to study or which video to have watched in advance. And tomorrow we're doing rules, lights, voyage, probably rule 19 as well, and stability. Each week it's a different topic as we move through. At each webinar I do a what would everyone like to study in the next one. If it's something we haven't covered yet and does come up in exams often, then we will cover it. But I will do lots of rules, lights, and voyage. As an OOW, that is crucial to passing. And if you're doing a master's exam, it will come up in your exam as well. Okay? If you are one of the lucky ones to do an oral exam, make sure it's worth it. Yeah, the best way of making sure you pass is to study and study the right stuff. Good luck.